Hello, hello. It's been a whopping 7 months since I last uploaded a YouTube video. That time has gone really quickly, it's gone slowly as well, but lots of life things have been happening. We had 3 tragedies in our family. Our family dog, he was 15 years old, Ben, passed away, and then literally within a couple of months my dad did as well, from complications with Alzheimer's. So that was a really hard to see someone that you love suffering and then ultimately going to be with the Lord. And then my uncle, my mum's brother, who I was deeply fond of, also passed away within a month of my dad. So it's been a really weird year. And also not having enough, I feel like I haven't had enough time to process the loss as well, because I'm running around like a headless chicken, like being a mum to like a 6-year-old and a soon-to-be 2-year-old, and hope it's going to be 2 at the end of this month. So I don't actually feel like I've dealt with any of those like feelings and emotions associated with like this profound loss. And sometimes, like when the girls go to bed at the end of the day and I'm left alone with my thoughts, it can be really, really overwhelming. But that's where I have been. I've not been on here. But today I feel like I felt happy enough and I wanted to film. I've also got a new bag in as well, and I think I'm going to be back with a bang with this bag. It's a bougie on a budget bag. If you do not know what bougie means, because I've had a few people ask me, what does bougie mean? Google it. If you don't know what anything means, I always like Google it. This is a Chanel bag, and it's from one of my reliable sellers that I have about 4 bags from now. And do you know what? It's not a bag you would have seen being like shown on YouTube, because when I was doing my research into this bag, I couldn't find any kind of content about it. So, you know, when you order a bag, just some like photos, it's quite like daunting, but I've got it in my hands and it is stunning. Let me just show you. Look at it, look at it, look at it. It's gold, it's bougie, and it is beautiful. It's got a really long-winded name. It is a 22 bag, and let me just have a look on my phone. It's called the Chanel Mini 22 bag Gold Macrame calfskin with gold hardware, and really, really stunning. I've seen quite a few Chanel 22s, wanted to add one to my collection, but just they're quite slouchy, aren't they? But where this is, it's kind of got a little bit more structure to it. And it's obviously like it's not just one piece of leather, it's kind of like interwoven. So really beautiful. Oh look, the sunshine is our friend today, because it's really making it look kind of pop with all the light coming through my my bedroom window. So yeah, I haven't seen anything like this. We have got these kind of 2 top handle straps, which are kind of like the typical Chanel straps that they have on their bags, and it comes with this kind of medallion as well. And I did QCing actually with the retail version versus this bougie version, and the straps look really good, as does the medallion. I know I also was looking at the kind of spacing in between these different kind of features, the panels across. They're also really good. Check the measurement. So it's 8 inches across, 8 inches wide, 2 inches kind of like deep. So all the measurements like measure up. And it also comes with a longer strap, which you would have probably seen comes with all the other Chanel 22s. And it's quite strange actually, because it comes with the kind of woven strap, but also like a smooth strap as well. Let me see if it is detachable. No, it isn't. The actual hook fastening isn't detachable. I thought it might be. So, but for me personally, I do like to wear my bags crossbody. And this actually, it's not the easiest way. It does actually just sit on my hip. So you can wear it like this as a crossbody. I would say it's probably too long for a long shoulder bag kind of drop, because, well, I'm 5'3" as well, so that doesn't help. If you're taller, it might look better. But if you wanted to tuck the straps into the bag, as I kind of first showed you, you could just wear it like this, kind of like on the crook of your arm, just like that. So it's quite versatile, but you will have the straps being a little bit annoying being inside the bag. It's kind of like black inside. It's just one big pocket. And I also did a little bit of comparing. So there is the gold plate there. And then on the, actually, if I can try and turn it out as much as I can, the actual inside is black quilted. It feels like silk. And then you've got, actually look, you have got a flat pocket there, which is leather. with the logo, and that also matched the pictures that I saw on the website of the retail version. It's just so lovely. It's so unusual. It kind of looks like there's a pot of gold inside, and I love how kind of unique and special it is. Just showed Mel the bag and I was like, what do you think? And he went, oh wow, it looks like it's come out of ancient Egypt, out of the pharaoh's tomb. It looks so kind of blingy and gold, and that really made me chuckle. I've just emptied the current bag that I'm using, and let's see what we can fit inside here. So I've got my phone. It's an iPhone 11 Pro. It's a really old one if you think about what we're on now, iPhone 15, 16. I've got a Chanel card holder. I've got my keys, which will just go in the bottom. Let's take some tissues, hand sanitizer. This actually is quite a big bottle. Sunglasses, a Chanel lipstick, and I'll also take a face powder as well, a bronzer. You could probably pack a little bit more in there actually, but I like the fact that nothing's kind of peeping out at the top. So that is, let me just lift the camera up, that looks really, really nice. Let's see if a mini pochette will fit in here. Yes, it will, quite easily. And then you can also fit in your card holder, your phone, your keys, and also a lipstick as well. So that's really nice in terms of like versatility. You can carry bulkier things. Can it also fit in the LVPM agenda? It will go in sideways and also standing up like that tall. So I can also fit in my card holder, my phone, my keys, and a lipstick. So I mean, this, even though it's called like a mini bag, it definitely takes more than a mini Kelly, a Chanel like small flap, even the rectangle mini. So yeah, I think actually it's got really, really good capacity. Definitely will hold what you'd want on a day out. Even though we've got the black lining here, there is, if you look really, really closely underneath the kind of leather, kind of like a tan, gold, bronzy kind of cotton lining inside, so that the black isn't like showing as the first fabric on top. I don't know if I've explained that very well, but basically that black lining is not showing through because there is a tan fabric just underneath as kind of like an outside layer. Yeah, there's a slight smell to it, I would say, but I think that is because of the metallic with the leather. If you do with like some of these BOUJEE bags, and I have had ones before from sellers where it does smell, and it's normally because the glue hasn't dried properly in the factory, and then they've packaged it up and then it arrives to you and it's like a little bit smelly. So the best thing that I do, my like pro tip, is just to have it outside, hang it on your washing line if it's a clear day, or cover it if it's rainy, and that glue smell does actually dissipate. Wow, look at the gold hardware. It's placed on kind of like gold leather as well. And another thing that I noticed actually on the retail version, the picture, hello Gigi, my cat's just come in, was that the bag looked a little bit like asymmetrical on this side. And then I looked at mine, I was like, oh, I suppose mine does too. And I think that's just the nature of the bag. It's not going to be completely symmetrical because of all of this kind of woven detail. So I was like, oh, is it just my BOUJEE one or the retail one? But actually they're on both, they're like that, but just the natural way that it has been weaved. Another thing is, because it's kind of giving slight bucket bag vibes, I thought that if I tugged at the top handle, that I could somehow cinch it in and make the opening not so big, but you can't. It's not a bucket bag, it doesn't have that kind of elastic feature there. But look at it, the opening is really, really nice. Do you know one thing I will say, and I think this is true maybe of all the Chanel 22s, I can't understand why there are two straps. It's a little bit strange, and they're two different straps. They're not even two of the same straps. I would have preferred it if it just had that. That to me looks more clean. Do you know what's really interesting? If you look at the actual weaving on here, the metallic gold is quite matte, and then if you look at the handles here, the leather they have used is different. It's more of a kind of glossy, shiny. So I like the kind of contrast between that, and I like that the bag isn't actually made from this shinier leather, because then I think the bag would look quite cheap and tacky. But because it's quite a matte metallic, it looks really kind of timeless and really, really like chic. I just love it. It's such a nice bag. If you would like to know where I got this bag from, then don't forget to add me on Instagram. My handle is SammyInstaglam, send me a DM over there. If anyone says in the comments it's from here, there or anywhere, then it's not. They're probably trying to scam you. Send me a DM on Instagram. That's the best place to find out where I got this from. There are no feet. And this is my bag. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye bye.